Hello, folks. I am back with my end of the year in review. And I'm sorry I got this pretty late. Right now, we're in the first few days of January, but I wanted to get this out. I usually do this review every year. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I'm going to do it anyway. Uh, let's start with the elephant in the room. The biggest thing is the year 2020 was an extremely horrible year. We had situations with the pandemic, the civil unrest, rioting, looting, etc. All that has been going on, which sparked a lot of people to purchase firearms and at alarming rates. It's been really crazy, and three of the main brands that people were buying were the uh, it was the Smith and Wesson M&P Easy Shield. It was also uh, the Sig Sauer P320s and their variants, as well as the P365 the regular, also with the XL. There were also other firearms that were out there. It was also, we all know the Glock 19 and some of their variants. It was just a crazy time. And those were the big three that were offered. AR 15s went off the shelves like crazy, especially at the store I work at. And from what I've also seen was AKs have been really, and their variants have been really been selling like hotcakes. And it's still going on right now. This whole thing started in March and it is January now, and people are still buying because they don't know what this administration this year is going to do. Um, and like I said, with AKs and so forth. So let me get off of that negative train right there, and let's talk about what I think were the most impressive firearms this year. And it's just really funny that it's probably there really weren't that a lot of new products out. So let's start with what I call product of the year. Product of the year to me, as you see on this one, this is one of my creations, and product of the year would have to definitely go to grip modules. All these firearms unloaded, by the way. Magazines are in for aesthetics. I'm not going to go through the craziness of safety checking, but uh, grip modules have seen to be the big thing. I've had various grip modules, as some of you know, and this is the AXG Grip Module. This is going to be the what they call the aluminum frame, and that's been really a big thing. And what when this first came out, this was not the first aluminum frame grip module that was out there. The actually, if you ask 1776 or bust, the first aluminum frame module out there was from Icarus Precision. As far as I know, I do believe they were the first. And follow 1776 or bust. He's going to have something regarding a giveaway regarding one of their frames. So you need to go to his channel, and it's going to be for a limited time, and it will be for the first 100 people. There's going to be uh, with his discount code. You will be able to purchase it at a discount. I didn't mean to say giveaway, but I mean that you'll be able to purchase that grip module at a discounted rate. But anyway, what I'm making out to say is that the aluminum grip modules have been very popular, and of course, SIG being late to the boat, unfortunately, came out with theirs. The difference between this one and the Icarus Precision one is number one, the price. I spent actually too much. I'm going to say too much for this particular grip frame. But like I said, Hickory's Precision has a much more uh, a friendlier price for this. And go check them out on their website. So grip modules have been the big thing, especially for the P320s, especially if you want to change your firearm to different looks. And I've had mine in different configurations. So that to me is the number one product of the year. Now, I'm going to skip around here. I'm going to go with the firearm of the year. The firearm of the year for me, and it became a tie because originally the firearm of the year for me was going to be the the 6 hour P320 Scorpion AXG framed right here, and this is what this really impressed me a great deal. It has the trigger from the X5 Legion. And of course, like I mentioned, it has the aluminum frame. And it is a really, really good, accurate shooter, handles very well, and is reminiscent of the P226 firearms from the classic line, if any of you guys are a fan of those. So I really fell in love with this firearm because because I'm a huge SIG fan from the classic line. I've always been a fan of the classic line. That's what started me into SIGs. But yeah, this was going to be the firearm of the year. And even though I have a lot of rounds through it, and I'm very comfortable shooting it. After a year and 3 month wait, I finally got my Beretta 92X Performance. Had I not received this firearm, the Scorpion here would have been the firearm of the year, and I will have to go with this one, even though I've only had like a, literally about a week shooting this, and I've shot roughly. I'm up to 800 rounds with this, with no failures or any problems. The weight is very good. I like the fact that it's more like a competition firearm. There are some things that are really unique with this firearm, and I don't know if you could see inside here, but inside here you'll see like two little Allen wrench screw connections in here. One is for trigger reset, and the other one is for uh, what they would call over travel on the trigger. And I really like the fact that they really did this, and it was pretty unique. It is weighty. It's somewhere around, I forget, I don't have my notes with me, but it's around 43 ounces, I believe. The slide release is very good. The cocked and locked feature. A lot of people don't like Berettas because they have the safety decockers or on the slide, and they went with it on the frame, and especially how everything looks like it's slanted out right here. So this is my gun of the year. This is what I call the gun of the year because this firearm is just an outstanding shooter. It really is. And this is probably the best firearm that Beretta made since, I would say, the M9A3. I'm going to say they're the best because those are the two that I really favor upon. Those are two that I own. And that's what I view as my firearm of the year. Now, going with the gun company of the year. Now, as you know, a lot of people know that I am a big Sig Sauer fan. I've been a Sig Sauer fan since the P226s, the classic lines, and that's what started it with me. Then, of course, you have the 320s. You have, and they continue to innovate. I'm a huge fan of the MPX Copperheads, the regular MPXs, and I am a very big fan of those firearms. And SIG just continuously innovates. And we've talked about that in guys' chat, that how SIG innovates, but sometimes they do things to their detriment, which will cause them to have quality control issues. But they are one of the top firearms makers far as innovation, and that's what I look for, is innovation. I listed them as the gun company of the year last year, but I can't do it this year. This year, it's going to be a newcomer. The newcomer is Staccato, formerly known as uh, STI. And STI took a big turn. They knocked off the STI and then just when they named the firearm, it was just staccato, and then now they just made it straight out staccato. So you have various models out there. Uh, right now, you just see this is the staccato C2. There is a staccato C2 duo. The duo meaning that it has the optic on the top here. Look at Big Johnson video. He has really good videos talking about uh, the duo version. I am a very big fan of the staccato line. That it's just like CZ. It took me by storm. It just so I eventually got the staccato C2, and what you see here with the light on it is this staccato P, and which is a service pistol style, and this, as you see, is more like a Glock 19 ish carry style. And like I said, with staccato, they really up their game because they've changed from a competition, probably only company, to more of a duty police, law enforcement, personal protection uh, type company now. So this is the route that they have taken, and it's a good thing because the DNA for their firearms are basically from when they were doing a lot of competition pistols. This is not to say that Staccato abandoned the competition line. They do have still some of their other ones. I believe it's the XC, and recently they have this Staccato R. I have two Staccato Rs, one in 9mm, one in 45 ACP. So they went kind of back on those two models far as 1911-ish style, more on the traditional end. But to show that they weren't abandoning their roots as far as 1911 firearms, and you could use those as far as competition as well. So I'm just going to make this video a little short here and wrap it up. So those are my firearms of the year. It was like I said, a really bad year. Hopefully things will change, more products will come out, and we would have better things to do to support the 2A community. So with that said, happy shooting, stay safe, hashtag 2A.